Pretty sure that's where my noise was coming from. Went a little too long. The outboard pad has a little pad left to it. But the inboard, metal to metal, the rotor, I mean, it just started. A lot of you out there might say, hey, you should replace that rotor too or have it turned. Nope. It's not bad, and the pads will wear into the grooves and it will be just fine. Plus, I don't have any way to get to a place to do that or buy a new rotor, and I don't feel like it's worth the money to do that. Some of you know I was a professional mechanic for 13 years, so I know what I'm saying, know what I'm doing, and it's my vehicle. So we're gonna just throw some new pads on it and put the tire back on. But first, I need to go into the garage here. I need concrete so I can get this organized, but we need to go into the garage here, and somewhere in those bins or over here are some C-clamps. You knew it'd be the bottom one, right? And which one do we want? Let's go with that one. There's the C-clamp we need to push the pistons back. What's up, Carl? You working hard, buddy? Ugh. They're going back nice, so I'm not stressing yet. I can't do this with one hand, but I have to put a brake pad right here and push those two pistons back in so that the new pistons, because they're thicker, will fit. Okay, so that went easy. I got the pistons pushed back, and now I got to find the pads, the new pads. So a funny story about that is that Cody and I had the driver's side go out, metal to metal, went all the way out. The pad was gone. The pistons were actually pushing on the rotor to stop, and they went out as I'm bringing, right over here on the road, as I'm bringing a Bobcat back on a trailer, skid steer. And next day we drove to Tazewell, and Cody and I changed everything. The pads, rotors, I'm moving my fingers here, pads, rotors, rotor, and the caliper. Everything got replaced on the left side. We didn't feel like doing the right side. Should have. But I had the pads for the right side. But do you think I could find them in here? Nope. So I ended up buying new pads. I got the brakes on, tire on, it's all set. Anyway, project number 1 for the day done. Hopefully I can stay motivated and keep going. I think I can. Carl will keep me motivated, won't you, buddy? All right, we'll see you on the next project. Okay, project number 2 for the day is to insulate my air conditioning lines with this tape. The cooler or warmer they can stay, the better. And it's thawed enough to where I can stand to be out here and get her done. Make this look a little neater. So first step, insulate with the tape. Well, that wasn't hard, but it took a little time. Don't know how long. So I wrapped that tube with the yellow fiberglass insulation wrap, and then I covered it with duct tape. And eventually I'd like to put a cover over that, like an upside down eave trough or something, to make it look pretty. But she's sealed. I got to go right there with the spray foam insulation, but I'm not going to do that until excuse me, until I get the front one done. My supervisor, what's up, Carl? I know, buddy. You's a good boy. You's a good boy. Yes, you is. Alright, so this is the front of the trailer. This is the master bedroom area. I actually installed this the morning that the guys came to put the air conditioning in, and I was out of duct tape and all that. But that's what it looks like when you get it from the factory. Obviously I've zip stripped it, but that's all the insulation that's on that. So we're going to start at the top, and we're going to wrap it with that stuff. The aluminum foil comes off, so I don't even put that on. But we're going to start at the top, wrap it down all the way to there, and we're going to go as far underneath as we can. I don't think it's going to reach. Well, let's get you an update. That didn't take as long as the first one. It is all wrapped to the bottom, so I'm going to need at least 1 or 2 more rolls to complete this. Yeah, hopefully that will increase the efficiency of the mini splits. I don't know. Then what would increase the efficiency would be for it to be warmer here. But I think it's like 41 degrees today. Blue sky. Pretty happy with the weather today. Alright, let's get to the next thing. So I just got a DJI Action 3 camera, and I don't have a tripod for it, or a selfie stick, because I lost it. Oh, Carl! What'd you do, buddy? You fall in the ice? You little bugger. Looks like he jumped off and fell through the ice. Anywho, I lost my GoPro, or misplaced it. So my selfie stick and everything went with that. So if my hand gets in the way here, then that's why. Yesterday I asked permission from from my neighbor to go onto his property, cut down some trees so that I can have a easement to run power across the street from his property to my property, and he said that was okay. So that is the project for today. What you doing? So right now we're burning papers up there, and I thought I'd walk down to the edge of the cliff here and get you a view of the river. Carl's excited. Uh-oh, here we go. He loves it here. Let's go down the trail, Carl. So as soon as Bob gets up, or gets a hold of me, he's going to come over, and we are going to cut some trees down and make a pile of sticks and make an easement for the power lines. The camera does not do any of this justice. Tore the heck out of it with the telehandler. Didn't have my GoPro for that, so I don't have a lot of it, but maybe I'll put some pictures up right here. Really tore up the yard. There's the backyard, the back door. Got some good ponds there. We'll get her in the spring. We'll get her when she warms up, won't we, Carl? Well, if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you know that I get going on a project and get a lot done before I just remember I got to record this for you guys. I mean, I don't have to, but hope you enjoy watching it. Today is no different. We are across the street. When I say we, I mean Bob and I are across the street cutting a path for the electric wire to come from the neighbor's property to mine. We're down to there. Bob up here taking a break. Just hanging out. What do you think of that little camera?
That's pretty nice. I was digging that.
So there's the power line. Neighbor's house is over there. We asked him 2 days ago if we could do this. And there's my property. So we've cut a little exhausted. We cut it looked like that, and now it looks like that. And we got a brush pile over here because we're trying to keep it neat. Smells like a safety meeting up here, Bob.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep off.
So, whew, we gotta go. Those three are gonna go. There's a cedar there I'd like to keep, and then we're going to go into here and take those out. We're throwing the decent firewood over here if the guy wants to cut it up later, and like I said, we're throwing the brush in a pile back there. And you want to say you too, Bob?
Hey!
I found Bob at a Home Depot. Well, it's break time. Bob wanted to take a break about 10 minutes ago, and I said, nope, let's just finish it up. And then I bounced the chainsaw off of my pants. Didn't get my leg, luckily. So yeah, it's break time. Forget how exhausting cutting wood is. But we made a little progress. We're going to take that big tree, that dead tree down, and then there's like 4 little ones. I just ripped it out of the ground.
Yeah,
That's awesome, Carl. Well, we're done on this side. There's the path for the electricity. Probably still going to have to take that cedar down, but I'm going to wait for the company to tell me to. And we got to drop a tree on the other side on my property. You worn out, Bob?
No.
No? I am.
Not yet.
Not yet. Thank you for sticking through to the end. The video you just watched was shot on the end of January of 2025. It is now mid-June, I think, when I'm releasing this. So that has been almost 6 months since that video was recorded. The final clip you saw of the van pulling up while I was cutting the tree on my side of the property was the neighbor, and he was upset that the easement that we had cut took away his privacy. He doesn't live across the street. He lives way down the hill where I pointed to earlier in the video. But he is upset, and he has refused to let me get line power, grid power, from his pole over to my tiny house. So for the last 6 months, I have been running a generator. It's got a lot of hours on it. And Because of this, I have had to redesign my electrical plan. I have a video coming out where I show what I did for that. I bought an inverter. Hey, hello birds. I bought a whole house inverter. I bought a whole bunch of batteries, and in the future I will be putting up solar. Still running off the generator to charge the batteries. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. Thank you for sticking around till the end. If you stuck around this long, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button. I got a lot of videos coming out. Please post a comment about what you think, how I did, and I will see you in the next video. Here comes the Carl. What's up, Carl? You want to be on the show? No, he just shook his head no. We'll see you next time. What's up, buddy?